I want to learn Arabic because if they're going to lie to me about what you all are saying, I might as well be able to speak it myself. So if you all have any suggestions, like I open up the floor to my Twitter following, if you have any suggestions about what I need to be doing, please let me know.
Say less. Okay, so these are the 4 language learning apps that I keep on my phone, and we're going to start out with the absolute best app to learn almost any language, and that is italki. Italki puts you in contact with one of their teachers or one of their many different community tutors in whatever language you're trying to learn. You can book a session with whoever you think fits your learning style, and the best part is you can filter by country, so you can actually select the accent that you're trying to learn or acclimate yourself to. And one of the things I like about it the most is that it allows you to directly financially support somebody from that country or living in the country where that language is spoken. Next up, we have Language Transfer, which is an amazing free application if you are an English speaker that is trying to learn one of these languages. It's a collection of audio lessons where a teacher is trying to teach a student, and there's a bunch of spaced repetition, call and response type of stuff. It's a lot like Pimsleur if you've ever done those lessons, except Pimsleur costs money and this one's completely free. Next up is one of my favorites, which is Link. It is a comprehensible input language learning program which focuses heavily on reading and listening. I've been using it for years, and I'm not going to lie, the interface is still a little bit clunky, but they have a bunch of guided courses to help you get things started, and their killer feature is the mini stories, where they've taken some of the most common vocabulary and some not so common vocabulary and made a bunch of different short comprehensible stories out of them to help you pick up the vocab faster while you're still being entertained. All of the content that they create has an audio track read by an actual human being, and users are allowed to create their own content, so you'll find some user-generated lessons, podcasts, news articles, and books. And you can also import your own content, which brings me to my next source, which is the YouTube channel My Story Animated, because it is the best free source of comprehensible input that I've ever seen. They take different interesting stories and they animate them so you can watch the action happen while you're listening to the narration, and the transcripts are accurate to the dialogue that is being spoken. It doesn't really start to pay off until you're around the intermediate level, but one of the things you can do is find a story in the language that you already know and then find its counterpart in the language that you're trying to learn to see if you can pick up a few things. I've got 2 more, but they're really specific. If you're trying to learn English, German, Spanish, or French, then I highly recommend the Lingoda Super Sprint. I've done it with Spanish and French, and it helped me level up my ability with those languages significantly for absolutely free. Free as in I paid them almost $900, and then they refunded me my $900 after I successfully completed it. It's an intensive language challenge where you take one 1-hour class every day for 60 days in a small group that's taught by a professional teacher. The classes are taught in 100% or as close to 100% as possible in the target language, which really makes you focus on your listening comprehension as well as your speaking abilities, and they cover a wide range of topics. My last source is specific for people who want to learn Spanish, and that is Dreaming Spanish. You can go to the YouTube channel for free, but if you use the paid service, they have literally thousands of videos over a super wide range of topics that are incomprehensible Spanish. For example, if you want to hear what people in Argentina think about electing Chainsaw Man president, they have some videos about that. And you can also search by accent. So if there's an accent that you need to familiarize yourself with, they have videos for that. They have videos at every different level. I used them so much when I was trying to learn Spanish. It helped me so much with my ability to listen and comprehend Spanish. And there you have it. Those are my favorite language learning sources. Those are the ones that I go back to over and over and over again. And one quick word of advice: if you are trying to learn a language with a different alphabet or script than your native language, for example, if you're trying to go from English to Arabic, it is kind of advised to just kind of leave the written portion of that out until you get a decent amount of words and phrases under your belt, and then go back to the writing system then. And also doing something like finding a really cool YouTuber and just binging all of their content works out a ton as well.